We may still have some more people trickle in. We may not. That's all right. We're going to go ahead and get started. If you are joining us from home, hey, we miss you. My name is Steph, and I will be your yoga teacher for this 45-minute flow. So today's flow is going to start with a nice final warm-up, but then we're going to get into a flow and hold. So what that will look like is an accumulation where we'll do a sun and a vinyasa between each flow, and then we will hold one pose. Do our sun and then flow through that first pose, hold a second pose. Go back through our sun hold the first pose, flow through the first pose, the second pose, hold the third one. So you'll get into the rhythm of that as we go, as we move, and by the end you'll be flowing on your own, and we'll go through the few times, ending with some nice yummy stretches on the floor for the end. So for now, let's just close off the eyes. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, back, and feel your shoulder blades slide down the sides of your spine. Hold your belly in nice and tight. Head over heart, heart over hips. So you're not rounding through the spine, dumping the energy down. You're not puffing out the chest, arching the back, but a nice, neutral spine. And now I invite you to just take on the role of the observer. Let's start with what you hear. What are your ears taking in right now? I'm not here to judge, just to notice. And let's move it to the eyes. The light flickering from the other side of your lids. What does that look like? What might it remind you of? Just notice, just observe. Let's move that awareness to your skin. What do you feel? Whether that's the temperature of the air or the pressure of the mat. And then let's move that awareness to the muscles, to the joints. What do you notice? Any places that feel tight or sticky? Bring the awareness to your breath. Not to try and control it, but just to notice. And then finally, let's bring the attention to your heart, your soul, your mind. How you feeling today? This brand new start of a brand new day. Without taking time to judge the thoughts, judge the emotions, just notice them. And now let's bring that awareness back to the breath. Take a deep breath in as deeply as you can and hold it at the top. Open the lips and blow it out like you're blowing up a balloon. Keep blowing until you push every bit of air out, and then hold it at the bottom. Feel how your abs are engaged to help push all that air out. Inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top. Exhale through the nose. Hold it at the bottom. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. If Ujjayi Pranayama is part of your practice, you are invited to turn that on now and maintain it until we get to our stretches at the end. If you're not sure what that is, but you're curious to try it, it's a slight constriction in the back of your throat. It gives your breath an audible quality, kind of like Darth Vader or ocean waves. This creates a little extra heat. On your next inhale, push the chest forward, heart shines through. Feeling an arch to your back, and as you exhale, round the shoulders, drop the head around the spine, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale to a seated cow, and exhale, round to cat. Inhale, exhale, round. This time on your inhale, sit up nice and tall, sweep the arms high. And exhale, drop the right fingertips down and reach over to the right. Left hip stays grounded to the earth. Inhale, sweep it back up to center. Exhale, other direction. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, shift. And this time, let's hold it. Inhale, rise. And exhale, hold the stretch. Maybe bring the arm closer to the ground as long as you can keep both sitting bones down on the ground. Good, hold this stretch. You know, often in our walk with the Lord, He says, okay, we're going this way. Come on, let's follow. Let's move, let's move, let's move. But other times, sweep it up through center into the other side. He says, here's the time to stop. Here's the time to rest. Here's the time for stillness. It's a little bit of both, this rhythm, this dance, walking with the Lord. Moments of rest and moments of action. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, puff out the chest. Bring the arms together, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, puff out the chest, cactus the arms. Exhale, round. Inhale, puff. Exhale, round. Make your way into a tabletop position. Adjust as needed on your mat. When you get there, just give yourself a couple little wiggles of that spine, maybe sneaking it. And let's take just a couple of cat and cows from tabletop. Inhale, let the heart puff out through the shoulders. Arch the back. Exhale, round through the spine. Separate the shoulder blades. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the head. Inhale, back to cow. Just take the timing of these with your own breath. And it's a funny thing, this dance with the Lord. Because often, when He says to be still, we grumble, but God, we want to go. We don't want to wait for it. We are ready right now. And God, who knows us and our future better than we know ourselves, just trust me in the stillness. Find a nice neutral spine and step your right foot back. Push your body back, feeling a stretch through that calf and hold. And sometimes God says, now's the time, let's go. And we'd rather just stop and wait. Shift forward, pop those toes high, feel the legs straight out behind you. Bring your left hand to your belly, just as a reminder to keep your belly engaged. So you're not arching the back, it's a nice neutral spine, belly is tucked in tight. Now take that arm and hold it straight out in front of you, spinal balance. Good, back toes can be pointed or flexed, whichever feels good for you today. Good, deep breath in here. Exhale, return the hand, return the knee. Let's do the other side. Step the foot back, curl the toes under, and just push back into a calf stretch. There's a true story in the Bible of the Lord rescuing His people Israel from bondage. They had been enslaved for generations by Egypt. And the Lord, He sent a rescuer, a man named Moses, to free His people from this bondage, from this slavery. Shift forward, pop that back foot off the ground. Bring your right hand to the belly, just a reminder to keep your abs engaged. And now stretch that arm out long, finding spinal balance. And here's the thing, for generations, all that these people had known was bondage, was slavery. This was familiar. They didn't like it, but they knew it. They knew what to expect. Curl the toes under and begin to pop the knees up just slightly and shift your hips back, feeling the low ribs touching the upper thighs. Shift forward, knees hover. Shift back, exhale. Shift forward, inhale. Knees to hover. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, shift forward, hello quads. Exhale all the way back to down dog. Pedal out the feet here in your first down dog of the day. Just do what feels good here. Solidly pressing out through all 10 fingers. Feel those knuckles press into the mat, engaging, supporting your arms, your shoulders, your upper half. We root down, not just through the feet, but through these hands. Moses, he led God's people out of bondage and toward the promised land. Now, not directly there. God did this really interesting thing. He didn't take them the direct route. He actually took them around the Philistine country because he knew that they weren't quite ready to go straight there. He needed to work in their hearts. He needed to teach them some things that could only be taught in the wilderness. Find a little bit of moment of stillness for one breath. And now lift the heels high. Inhale. Exhale, drop both heels over to the right. Feel a stretch on your left side body. Both hands evenly pressing through the mat. Inhale, heels to center. Exhale, drop them to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop the feet. Drop the heels towards the floor. Good. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arm and hold. From the back leg up, kneecap in, muscle hugs the bone. Go draw your inner thighs energetically towards one another. Sometimes we move, and sometimes we're still. The Lord had told his people through Moses, you're going to know I'm with you. You're going to visibly see me as a pillar of cloud by day, as a pillar of fire by night. When you see me move, the pillar of cloud, the pillar of fire, move, you follow. When you see me be still, you stop, you be still. Bring the arm back down, frame the foot, step it back down up. Let's do the other side. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, frame the foot. Inhale, sit down high and hold from the back leg. I don't know about you guys, but I think it would be so nice, so very, very nice, if the Lord would say, hey, Steph, hey, Mel, Sarah, Alicia, Nance, I'm going to be a very visible presence. You'll see me, cloud of fire, pillar of smoke. When I move, you move. When I'm still, you be still. Know that I'm with you. That'd be really nice. But Israel, they took it for granted. It was what they knew. Bring your hand back down. Frame the foot. Step the foot back. Down dog. Look forward with the hands. Tiptoe those feet all the way up to the hands. That is the basis of your flow and go. We'll start each round just like that. Grab a hold of opposite elbow. Let your top half drape down. A generous bend here in the knees. So we're thinking about lengthening the low back more than hamstrings. Let your head hang heavy. And just breathe. Hands to the ground. Slowly begin to straighten the legs. Lift the head. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Smile. Exhale. Hands to your heart center. Inhale. Sweep the arms. First sunny of the day. Exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. For this first sunny, let's drop the knees, lower the belly all the way to the mat, push up to cobra, and back to down dog. Good, now between each round, we'll do right side, and then we'll do a sun A. What that sun A looks like is up to you. You get to change it every time if you want, or you can stay with what we just did. All right, inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, step that foot between the hands. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, bring the foot. Inhale, crescent. Good, and hold. Nice strong crescent. Back leg firm, hugs muscle to the bones. Front leg, nice lunge. Arms are like you're holding a giant beach ball, so pinkies are spiraling forward, not back. Good, belly's tight, ribs together, soft through the tailbone. And we hold. One more deep breath. Exhale, frame the foot. Step back, down dog. Hold here for one breath. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through between the hands. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. And hold. Good. So the Lord, He leads Israel, and He tells them, when I move, you move. When I'm still, you're still. I'm with you. You can see me. Just look up, here I am. Exhale, release, step back, down dog, and work through your sun A. Look forward, jump or step the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the head, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now you can follow along with me, or you can take this in your own version with your own breath. I truly believe yoga is meant to be a moving meditation, a time for you to let the breath move you into a posture of worship. So sometimes that looks like matching up with the person next to you, and sometimes it absolutely does that. So you find what your body wants to intuitively do today. If it wants to intuitively take out a round of sunnies and stay in child's pose instead, give it that. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, bring the foot. It'd be nice at boot camp if I would let you do that. Inhale, sweep the arms high. You intuitively want to sit in the corner. Exhale, warrior two. Good, and hold. Nice strong warrior two. Take a peek. Do you see your big toe? Shoulders over hips. Point your gaze right through that middle finger. So this really interesting thing happened with the people of Israel. They start their journey. The Lord doesn't take them the way that they think He's going to. That's weird. Do you think this journey to freedom is all it's cracked up to be? They start grumbling. They start wondering if God is as good as they've been told God would be. Cartwheel the hands down, bring the foot. Stepping back, down dog. Good, let's go to the other side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, bring the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Hold. Check that form. Tailbone is soft, so it's not pointing back to the wall behind you. Soft towards the floor. Feel the openness in the hip. Engage through the core. Good. In the meantime, their former slave masters, the country of Egypt, led by Pharaoh, who had let the people go. He had said, fine, take them. They can go. That's a whole different story. Pretty cool one. Deep breath in. Cartwheel the hands down. Bring the foot. Step the foot back, down dog. Go through your sun A or vinyasa, or take a little break in child's pose. Whatever your body is craving in this moment. Well, Egypt has decided, hey, we made a big mistake. That's all of our slave labor, that's our economy. Everything is being affected here. We want them back. So they start to chase after God's people who have been led by God into this place where they now find themselves. And so, because God did not take them the direct route, right about the time Israel approaches this huge sea, while meeting down dog, the Egyptian army catches up with them. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, inhale, reverse warrior. Good. Now in your reverse warrior, your backhand is just a gentle placement on the leg. It's not holding you up. Your core is doing that. And your chest is open towards the ceiling. Good, and hold. So Israel looks around and they're like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Egypt is right on our tails. There's no way to escape them. The Red Sea's in front of us. Did you seriously bring us out of Egypt just so we could die here in the wilderness? Deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot. Step it back, down dog. Like, what was the point of freeing us from bondage if it was just to die out here anyway? Inhale, sweep the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Good, nice strong reverse warrior. Deep breath in. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it back, down dog. Look forward, go through your sun A, or rest in child's pose, or down dog. Lift the head, reverse swan dive. Do what your body is craving in this moment. I don't know about you guys, but I can kind of relate to Israel in this moment. The Lord freeing them from bondage, but then when they find themselves in a scary, unknown place, wondering if faith is the right idea here, or if it would just be easier to go back to bondage. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Front arm, forearm gently resting on the front leg. Back arm is a straight line, heel to fingertips. Now, this sounds like a little kickstand for support, but it's not holding you up. How do I know, Steph, if it's holding me up? Well, here's a little fun thing to try. Slide that arm straight out in front of you. And hopefully, you're still here. Good. All right, reverse. And cartwheel down. Frame the foot. Step it back down, dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Option to take the arms straight out. One more breath. And reverse the warrior. Cartwheel the hands. Step it back. Go through your sun A or vinyasa. Vinyasa simply means to place in a special way. In my mind, what that means is the way that is special for you. So it won't look like the person next to you. It might not even look like your own vinyasa did 5 minutes earlier. What is the way that you can move that is special to you in this moment? Not trying to be anyone else, including a past version of yourself. We don't look back. We look up, head Christ, and we move forward. So I'll meet in down dog. Now that was your flow. We're gonna take it through 2 more times, no sunny in between. I'll do 1 time with you, and then I'll let you go on your own. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, turn the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, frame the foot. Step it back, down dog. Good job, right into the other side. Inhale, sweep the leg. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, sweep the arm. Exhale, frame the foot. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Flip the palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale from the foot. Step it back. All right, 2 more times on your own. I'm gonna go through it without cueing. Now here's the thing. If you don't remember the flow, the pattern, what came next? My breath's not like the person next to me. That's okay. That's okay. Let this be a moving meditation. Breath moves your body. It's okay if you're not doing the same flow we did before. We can make stuff up completely. Just let your body move in freedom. Once you've made it through side number 2, round number 2, make your way to child's pose. No rush to get there. Don't rob yourself of sweet stuff. Enjoy it. Walk both hands over to the right. Anchor the hands into the earth. Kick your hips away. Amazing job, you guys. Take a deep breath in. Feel the lungs of the left side body fill. And as you exhale, walk both hands to the other direction. Anchor them in, kick your hips off to the right. Good, feel the lungs fill, the side expand. Reconnect to the breath. Come back to center. And make your way onto your back. Don't worry, I won't make you do any funky ab things to get down there. Hug both knees into your chest, really tight. Really hug them, grab hold of the opposite elbows. Bring your forehead towards your knee. Big squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And now release both hands, both feet down to the mat, arms open wide, out to the side. Drop both knees to the right, point your gaze to the left. So Israel finds themselves in this place where they've got death by drowning on one in front of them and a return to bondage or captivity behind them, or death at the hands of the Egyptians. If it goes that route and they start grumbling, why did you even take us out of there? Sure, we were slaves, but at least it was familiar. How often we do the very same thing. Brace your belly, bring your legs up and over, pointing the gaze to the other side, gaze away, both shoulders stay down on the floor. Jesus, he enters the scene of our lives and he starts breaking chains and pulling them lovingly off of us, releasing us from sin and captivity and bondage. We start walking in freedom, walking in this promise. But then we come up against opposition. We come up against an enemy that seems too big for us, or an ocean that seems like it will overwhelm us. Raise the belly, bring both legs back to center. Bring your right knee up towards the armpit. Slide your right hand to the outside of that foot and bring it up, half happy baby. Maybe you keep the knee bent up into the armpit, maybe you straighten the leg, just finding what feels good for your leg on this day. Breathe here. And we start wondering, man, walking with the Lord, release that leg, let's move to the other. I boarded this freedom train, but I didn't know it was going to take me to this scary unknown. Maybe it was just easier the other way. Sure, I was in bondage, but at least it was familiar. Galatians 5:1, where we were yesterday. It's for freedom Christ has set us free. So stand firm so that you do not return to the bondage, the yoke of slavery. Release that foot. Move back to the right leg. Left leg stretches out straight in front of you. Right knee hugs tight into the chest. And then point that leg straight up. Hamstring stretch. Point, flex the toe. Draw some circles on the ceiling, one direction. And then the other. And Israel finds themselves in a place that many of us find ourselves often. Hug the knee in. Wrap this leg across the front side of your body. Point your gaze away. When faced with the scary or the unknown, they started to wonder, we start to wonder, is it really worth it? Maybe it was better the other way. Come back to center, rest this ankle on top of the knee. Gently press your knee away, creating space in the hip. Maybe this is enough for you, but if you would like some extra, reach through, finding your version of reclined pigeon. Give it a nice hold here. Maybe take a few rocks, find what feels good. But the Lord, he's so very patient. Rather than saying, fine, you would like to better in bondage, go on back. No. instead of giving them what they deserved, he gave them this amazing gift of his grace. Bring that foot down, flat to the ground. Drop both legs over to the left. And he began to speak through Moses. And Moses said to the people in Exodus 14:13, "Fear not." Fear not. They're so scared right now. They got the sea in front of them. They got the enemy behind them. He says to the people, "Fear not. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Bring both legs up and over to the other side. Put your gaze away. Sometimes remaining still and trusting the Lord is one of the hardest parts of the Christian life. God, I want to control this. Be still and trust me. Trust me that I love you and I love this person also, and I'm in this situation. Trust me. Be still. Here they are, overwhelmed, outnumbered, no hope. And that is what God speaks into the hopeless situation. And on that day, as he provided rescue for them once again, out of a situation they could never have rescued themselves from, he received the glory. Let's come back to center. Switching it over, other leg. Hug the right knee into the chest, left leg extends out long. Grab a hold of the back side of that leg, point and flex the toe. Draw some circles on the ceiling, one direction and then the other. Hug the knee into the chest, wrap it around the front side of your body, putting the gaze away. It takes on different looks for us today. Coming back to center, rest the ankle on top of the knee, press your knee away, creating space. Reach through for a little extra, finding reclined pigeon. Sometimes, when we find ourselves up against opposition, release that foot, open the arms, drop both legs over to the right, point your gaze to the left. Up against the unknown, up against something that scares us. We reach back into the closet, we pull out the chains, because even though they were heavy and even though they were harming us, at least they're familiar. We wrap them around our shoulders like a warm blanket. Bring the legs up and over to the other side. Because even though it's for freedom that Christ has set us free, in the unknown, get this little whisper in our ear from our enemy saying, "Hey, maybe you should take back control of this situation. I don't think you should trust the Lord in it." Come back to center, give your knees a big hug in. Stretch the body long, allow the back to arch. And now open your legs wide to the width of the mat, arms come out in a big capital T. And make your way into your final Shavasana. Now you know your body. If there's a different version of Shavasana that feels better to you, feel free to take it. You do you. Here's the thing for some of us. The opposition, the unknown, it leads to the old bondage, the familiar chains of control. I need to control everything about this situation. I need to control everything about as many areas of my life as I can because I have lost control in this one area. Sometimes it looks like the old familiar chain of striving, proving our worth to other people, to ourselves, even to the Lord. forgetting that in striving there is bondage. There is not freedom. We effort with God, not for. Sometimes the old familiar chains, they look like lethargy, like sloth. They look like putting on the sweatpants, popping the popcorn, and binging 12 hours of Netflix because it's easier to escape than to deal. Sometimes it looks like returning to old sin addictions that the Lord's freed us from, but they are familiar, so we go back to them. Sometimes it looks like lashing out in anger, even at the ones we love the most. Bondage, slavery, it takes on different forms for different people. But the Lord, He's come to set you free. He loves you so much. And this journey to freedom, it's not just a once and done, it's a continual march through unknown places, through places you didn't think God would take you, nor do you think He should, right? When He started taking Israel through the wilderness to the promised land, He didn't take the direct route. He took them around the Philistine country. They must have been thinking, where's He going? This isn't the way. Hey God, this isn't how you're supposed to direct my path. So when faced with the unfamiliar, what do we do? Do we go back to the familiar, even if it was bondage? Or do we continue to travel on the freedom train? Sometimes it means moving when God moves, and we want to be still. He says, nope, stillness is the bondage. We broke that chain. Come on, babe. Let's go. Let's move. Sometimes it's looking like wanting to move when the Lord says, be still. Trust me. You don't need to strive here. You don't need to control here. Trust me. And Moses said to the people, fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord, which He will work for you today. The Lord will fight for you. You have only to be silent. We have 1 minute left together. And we're going to take that minute doing exactly that, being silent, being still before the Lord. I encourage you to use this time to really seek Him out. Ask Him if there are any areas that unbelief is leading you back to old bondage, back to the old chains. Ask Him for the boldness to crush those chains once again, efforting with the Lord, not for. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Bring your arms up overhead, stretch your body long, allowing the back to arch. Lengthen the right side long. Lengthen the left side long. Roll onto whichever side intuitively feels right to you. Begin to press your way up into a seat. When you get there, take out any wiggles, any shifts, any stretches that feel good to your body. He is good and He does love you. You can be trusted in the unfamiliar, right? Let's do our practice with one last inhale. Sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands through heart center. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.